Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to Rouge.
I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's your week been? What's been going on?
Busy, bro. It's been busy. Just came back from Brisbane and just got off the tour with Teen Jesus. So I'm tired. I'm like back home and like chilling out. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
No, for sure. I can imagine again coming off a tour such as that with a band of that size.
Yeah.
You definitely want to be like, all right, let me just
Yeah.
let me just do Jack and
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That's been nice. They were so lovely and the trip was like so easy and like it was my first ever support tour as well and I was like blown away by how like nice and like welcoming they are. So like definitely like the best people ever to do like that trip with. But yeah.
No, for sure, for sure. Well, I'm so glad that it went well. How did it go performing the new project on that tour?
It went good. It went good. Everyone was super sweet. Like it's always scary being an opener. You
Mm.
know, people can be harsh, people can be disinterested and stuff, but
Yeah.
like genuinely the Teen Jesus Divas, they have like the sweetest fan base and everyone was so nice. Um and like so accepting as well. Like I was being so stupid on stage sometimes and everyone was just like there for it and that was great. And like coming up and saying hi afterwards and yeah, it was genuinely like energy I've never experienced before. So I was like a little bit like blown away. I was just like, whoa, like people actually care. Like this is the first time they're meeting me and they care, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. So I'm still like adjusting to that, and I was signing stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm signing things like a professional artist. Look at me go. So that's
No,
cool.
for sure. And it's great that they, again, showed you such love. I know, again, also from personal experience, being an opener, like, I don't know, this country is sometimes a little weird when it comes to like main acts to opening acts. And
Yeah, bro.
sometimes there's again, such a stand back. But when you do get
Yeah,
a band such as Teen Jesus or anyone else who has a core fan base that is like, no, we're accepting of whoever you bring on.
yeah.
It's beautiful, and
It's
again,
the best.
need more of that.
100%. Yeah, I think that's something that like I went and saw a show in LA and the audience was like so sweet. There's some like cultural stuff that I see in different countries about like show etiquette and stuff.
Mhm.
And it's very interesting because like I think sometimes Australia is a bit scared to like actually like something. I think people are like, "Oh, am I allowed to like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like whatever you want. Like be behind it if you want to be behind it." You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure. I 100% agree. Were there any songs from Raunch that they particularly loved?
Britney in '03. That one, like, bro, it's like the crowd favorite. And like we leave it towards the end of the set because we want to give people like time to warm up and get to know us and everything. I think like the thing that I've learned being an opener, and even as a main act, just because a lot of the time that I'm doing main act stuff, it's in rooms where people don't fully know me or they're getting to know me or half know me or whatever. So I think like I've learned like you have to win people over and it's about trying to engage with them and not being afraid to get nothing back.
Mm.
Like there's been plenty of times where I've done shows where I've said stuff and people don't say anything back or don't engage or don't laugh or like anything. And I think that's like the ability to put yourself out there and be okay with it. I think yeah, that goes a long way. And like with songs like Britney, it kind of invites people to get behind it. It's a lot more of like an anthem vibe. It's some fun lyrics. Like most of the project isn't taking itself too seriously, and I just wanted to have fun while doing it. And there's a couple songs where I'm like a couple lines throughout the project where I'm like a little bit more sensitive and like trying to be a bit more introspective. But for the most part, it's just fun. I wanted to do songs that were going to be fun live, um, and everything. But people loved Britney. People loved Britney.
No, for sure, for sure. Would you feel like the authentic, or like being unashamedly you is
Hmm.
something that is one of the biggest things that, again, since Unearthed High that you've kind of
Mm.
been like the biggest lesson, or do you feel like there's been any other lessons since then?
Yeah.
Again, working on music, going overseas, again, debut project. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, Look, I think I've weirdly always been very comfortable with myself. And I say weirdly just because like, yeah, there's times where I'm like, I don't think I should have been, and I was just naively confident, which was, probably to my favor, especially because of some of the stuff that happened just throughout school and everything. But yeah, I think the biggest lesson that I've learned since Anatai was persistence. And there's nothing worse that you can do for your career. And I think this is for anything in any lane, any job, career, whatever. There's nothing worse for your career than giving up or not trying. And like I've just learned you have to keep putting out and you have to keep trying and you have to keep like just being yourself because eventually it will catch on. People will get it. Um, there's always going to be a niche and a group of people who will believe in you and who want the best for you. And I think, I know that I'm so young and I have so much time to figure it out. And I want people who are here now to grow with me and to get older with me and experience that. So I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned is like, cool, people aren't gonna like me. Some people are gonna hate me, some people are gonna love me, everything in between. And all I can do as an artist and just as a human being is just stay myself. Like there's nothing worse than watching someone change just because they're getting hate or just because they're getting love a certain way. It's like just be yourself. People will come, people will go. I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned.
for sure, for sure. And one final thing on this before we maybe get into a little more fun questions.
Yeah,
Bear with me as I lead into it. But speaking of
yeah.
Unearthed High, I was talking with Zafty, who was the
The goat.
well, the
The
Zafty
goat.
the goat for sure. And we were talking about identity being black in the scene and
Yeah.
again being unashamed with the sonics that you are bringing on the project as well as
Mm,
the aesthetic, but also knowing that there are artists like Genesis Owusu, like Friday, that are out
yeah.
there who are doing things that aren't in that this is what a black artist would typically do. Do you feel like there's a part of, again, that conversation that we just had that also goes in that
Mm,
direction and the importance of being like, no, as well as
yeah.
I'm a human being, but like I'm a black artist in this scene doing
Yeah.
stuff that is against the grain.
Yeah. Definitely. I felt like, you know, a little bit of backstory on my music. Like when I first started making music, I made like music like Drake. I
Mm,
made like very like hip hop inspired as well as acoustic songs.
mm,
So it was this really big difference. It was like what my heart wanted to do and what I felt like I subconsciously made myself do because of how I presented and because what I thought being a black person was. And as I got a bit older, I was like, no, I can actually be myself. I, played the guitar more. I got more into that space. I started taking influences from different music and making my own blackness and my own identity mine and not someone else's and not what the culture is telling me to do. I think there's this very big misunderstanding within the Australian scene and the Australian mindset that black people don't face that much adversity, and it's crazy because we do, and it's subliminal, and it's not it's subliminal and it's like direct. It's crazy. Um, and I think, as a black artist, I've learned like I can be myself and I have to be myself.
mm,
Otherwise, no one's going to do that. No one is going to be like, there wasn't that many the people I could look up to within Australia when I
mm,
was younger that were black artists
mm,
that weren't doing hip hop. And that's not to shade any black artist doing hip hop. Like, do what feels true to you.
mm,
But yeah, I just didn't have anyone in that space. And my heart's calling for me to do stuff in that niche and in that genre. I'm wearing a shirt with like, I know she's not black, but I'm wearing a shirt with Olivia Rodrigo on it. You know what I mean? Like, I love like pop, I love rock, I love jazz. I've been listening to so much classical. I've been listening to a lot of classical music right now, bro. I've been on my cello, like grind, my cello headspace. And it's like that's all music that like it's black created. It's
yeah.
black created spaces. So why are we scared as black artists to go into the spaces that we made.
For sure.
Um, so yeah, I definitely felt a little bit of adversity, but there's such amazing people. Like you said, Genesis, Owusu, and Friday.
Yeah.
Like, what talents? Zafty, my boy, Zafty,
Yeah.
bro. Like we have so many goats who are doing different stuff. And I don't know if Zafty talked to you. He's on his rock grind, bro. Like even Zafty is like all his demos and stuff. He's on a rock grind, bro. Not to leak anything, but like he's out there. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I'll be waiting for the Zafty because I know he'll kill it. I know
Yeah, bro. Dude, he does. He does.
for sure. Any composers in particular? I'm a violinist myself, so
Oh, right. Yeah, I was listening. So I'm just learning names. The first person who jumped out at me was I think it was his OP2. It was Edgar Elgar.
ooh, okay.
That cello, like Opus 2, is
Hmm.
freaking stupid. It's so good. And it's the cellist, I think
Mm.
the cellist was what's his name? Sha I'm gonna pull it up because I feel like I'm gonna butcher his name.
No, no, no,
Oh, I
no.
was also listening to Yo-Yo Ma
Yo-Yo Ma. Sure.
doing Bach. That was literally the last thing I was listening to. It was cello concerto in E minor. Oh, it's actually OP 85.
Mhm.
Edward Elgar Shaku Kane Mason. I feel like I butchered that. And also Sans Say
Oh,
Sans
Sansan.
I yeah,
Composer
like
or
the composer.
yeah, Sansan. He did the Festival of the Animals, something of the
Yeah,
Animals. Yeah,
dude. Dude,
crazy.
his work is crazy. And I'm like, I'm trying to get into violin because like realistically that's what I can afford if I'm gonna start playing a string instrument. But bro, like I actually can't with classical music right now. My brain has been like chemically altered into that space, bro.
Sure. Fair enough. Well, if you ever need a violin teacher,
Yo, true. I'll
I,
hit you up, bro.
I got you.
That'd be hype. What a collab,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, thanks. Who would have thought?
Yeah, bro.
All right. Let's get into some Rouge Room staples before we start to head out. I know I got so many questions I could ask, but there's only so much time I got with you.
Yeah.
And what I like to do on Rouge Room is take it back to primary school days, do a little bit of a show and tell. Um,
You're
Asked you to gather a couple items that
yeah.
I was to step into your creative space, and I clocked it, was like, oh, does that have an interesting story behind it? So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
curious what those three items were.
I got you. Okay, let's start with the thing that changed my life. Let me set up the camera nice and right for this. These are the things, this was genuinely probably the most life-changing thing
Hmm.
I ever got. Realistically, when I think about it, it wasn't actually the first thing that came to mind because it's so simple. But it's dead ass this guitar.
Sure. Okay.
This was the first ever guitar that I got, and I got it from my parents. I got it like 5 years ago.
Mhm.
And this thing has shaped the way I make music and what genres I listen to and what I thought I could be as an artist. I was so in my like even though I'm on Logic, but I was like on my FL Studio era, like you know what I mean? Like I thought that was all I could be. And I got this and I realized I can be Alex G, I can be freaking named Brian May, I can be whoever I want.
Yeah.
I don't have to just be a hip hop act, and that changed my life. And I love guitar. It's like I'm not gonna say maybe I'm gonna say my second favorite instrument because right now cello has absolutely stolen my heart.
Sure. Right
I just
about
love.
drum, like
I
drums.
love drums too, bro. There's so many good instruments. Like people just be cooking up like good instruments, and like low key, like I fuck with it. I fuck with it. When people drop a good instrument, I'm like, hey,
You're like, yo,
hey,
yo,
hey,
send me
yeah,
the link. Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Okay.
Um,
Guitar,
yeah, that's my
life
probably
changing.
my most life-changing one. Yeah. Genuine, I can't believe I never really clocked that until I got
True.
that question and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Something of sentimental value.
Hmm?
I got this the other day.
Okay.
This was the first fan gift I have ever gotten.
Uh,
And shout out Caitlin. I'm so thankful that I'm at the point in my career where I can actually like name my fans by name, which is a really crazy thing to think that I have people who are really supportive, but getting me a gift is freaking crazy and so sweet. Anyway, her name is Quiz Stephanie. This is the first ever gift I got, and she's gonna be cherished forever. Um, and I'm not just saying that, like this, I almost cried when I like got it, and I was like, wow, this is like I don't get gifts very often. So this means a lot to me, and to have someone believe in me this much so early on is it means the world. So I hope I can like do Caitlin proud and do Quiz Stephanie proud, and one day like be up on my Grammy stage with Quiz Stephanie under my arm, and like yeah, that's the dream.
Fire.
That's my sentimental.
Shout out.
Now, okay, I can take you over if you want to see it. My room's a mess, right? So I I
Yes.
have this thing sitting on the shelf. I'm gonna take you over to see it. I'm gonna explain it first.
Okay.
It's been sitting there, these two items, for 2 years.
Okay.
And I don't know how they got there.
Hmm.
I don't even drink zero
Okay.
sugar Red Bull,
Yep.
and I don't eat delights. But there's been delights and zero sugar Red Bull sitting on that shelf for 2 years, and there's dust collected on them. It's old, it's manky. I haven't even opened them. They're not opened. Like it's just sitting here. Just
Relic.
yeah. My guess, like I don't know if you can see all the dust on it, but my guess is that one of my friends bought it in and just left it there. But it's been there for 2 years. And it's a huge part of this shelf isn't complete without this. You know what I
With
mean?
Red Bull. Oh,
It
I
just makes no sense. Like my girlfriend came in and was like, "Oh, is that a Red Bull? Can I have it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like 2 years old." So probably no. I'm gonna say no to that one. But yeah, that's my silly little bedroom item.
no, I love that. It's like Stonehenge. It's like,
Yeah, bro.
where did it come
Who who brought that in there, bro? Because none of my friends drink zero sugar Red Bull. Like no one fucks with that. Like sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to
No,
say.
no, you can
No,
swear. You can swear. It's fine.
okay, no one messes with that at all. I don't know how it got there. I've never seen any of my friends eat delights. I don't know anyone who would buy delights. This is not like a hashtag no sponsor. Like, I bet they taste delicious. I've just never had them. And I've never drunk zero sugar Red Bull. That is dead ass been there for 2 years. That's my crazy one.
Look, I'm not even gonna ask any more questions with that. I feel like we're gonna be here for hours just being like you need to
Who?
move forward.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, at this point, I'm trying to like trace back to who it could possibly be. And I'm also trying to trace back to the fact of like, why haven't I like had the energy to throw it out? Because if anything, it's clutter, and on a certain level, it probably would stink a little bit. But I've probably just gotten used to the stink,
Yeah.
and no one wants to tell me anything. They're just like, I mean, Red just has a general musk, and I'm like, I don't really want to like,
Like
I don't know. It's there now. It's a part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
it's part of the furniture. It's part of the ecosystem.
100%, 100%. This room wouldn't be the same without it. You know what I mean? I mean that's been there since before I was even signed. You know what I'm saying? Like she's been there before I had a girlfriend. She's been there since
A true day
God.
one.
Yeah, bro. Like what? You saying you were day one? This Red Bull's been there since day dot. Day dot.
Get on this
Anyway,
level. The lights
yeah,
up. The
yeah,
lights
bro.
come back and see my true fans.
That's my homie right there, bro. Like, oh, that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to the delight the Red Bull can. All right, got one more thing, one more game before we get out of here.
Yo,
Um, uh, Another Rouge Room classic, which is I'm gonna get you to build your ultimate collab track. It is
dang.
going to
Okay.
be yourself, three other artists, one producer, and one videographer or director. All local, being that Australia or New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say Styles Fuego and Troy Sivan, just so that's my producer. That's one artist number one. Um, Styles, Troy. I'm gonna say Oh, wouldn't it be so fun to throw Kylie Minogue in there as well? Dude, I'm gonna sit there and watch them both have a conversation. Styles, Troy, Kylie. I'm gonna say Zafty because I genuinely think he would be able to flow on that sort of song. Oh no, I'm gonna cut my boy Zafty actually. Oof, I did it, bro. I did it. I'm gonna put K-Ups in there. I'm gonna put K-Ups in there
Okay.
instead because I've heard K-Ups absolutely demolish like dance beats,
Yeah.
and that man would cook up next to Kylie, Troy, and
Listen.
then me and a black fella, my boy. Can you imagine? Like I like two very white pop like influential artists,
Yeah.
and then two young black fellas popping up on the track. I feel like that'd be so tough.
Uh,
That's my shout.
okay. Okay. Oh, you still have one more artist if you wanted to slow it down.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, Troy, isn't it three?
Oh,
Troy,
is
Kylie,
Troy? Oh, Troy's on the song.
Troy's on the song.
Styles producing.
Styles producing. If I can add one more person, just because I know this is a deadly team,
Yep. Yep.
I would add Leland into production, but I don't know if Leland's Australian, so I'm very terrified to throw that in there. I'm pretty sure Leland's Australian
Okay.
because Leland, Troye Sivan, and Styles Fuego is a deadly duo. They did Rush.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did Got Me Stuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a deadly combo. So, and there was also like, Leland and Troy have been writing since Blue Neighborhood, and I got my Troye Sivan vinyl. Like, I don't think you can see it, but just
That's it.
right
Yeah.
there. That's my little Troye Sivan vinyl. Um, so yeah, he's like means a lot to me as a he's a queer artist and I'm a queer artist and I look up to that a lot as a young queer person. So yeah,
Nice.
that's my picks.
Nice. Well, Red, thank you so much again for jumping on, jumping into
Thank you.
the room. Here's where I kind of roll out the red carpet. What's out? What's coming up? Yeah.
Yeah. I got a couple shows coming up. I'll be at Big Sound, which is super exciting. I have my song Messy releasing on August 29th. I'm pretty sure the date is. So I'm super excited about that. Shout out to my band. We'll be seeing you at a city near you if you're an Australian. And then yeah, that's about what's coming up in August, September, baby. It's gonna be awesome.
All right. Well, again, pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Of
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
course. Of course.